Hello and welcome to The Wedding Show. I'm your host, Stephen Mitchell, Justice of the Peace from Simsbury, Connecticut. I know that some of you may be saying to yourself, isn't he the auto dealer, or doesn't he usually do a show about the greenways? The answer is you are correct. However, about 12 years ago, a good friend of mine, Carla, wanted to get married to a great guy she had just met. She thought it would be, shall we say, kind of fun and turn a few heads in town if we could tell everyone I married her. In order to do that, I became a Justice of the Peace and performed my first wedding at Hopbrook Tavern, right here in Simsbury. And the rest, as they say, is history, and just last year, Carla had a chance to return the favor. She performed the wedding for Susan and I in our backyard. And you'll see that ceremony coming up in just a few minutes. In the next half hour, I'm going to provide information and help you put together that perfect wedding. The best place to get information and meet vendors is at a wedding show. Here are some scenes from a recent show in Hartford, and I want to thank my friends at Jenks Productions for supplying a good deal of the footage.
one-sided gown, simple and elegant, beautiful for a spring or summer wedding, a simple ruffle, and a cluster of lavender and pink roses from Mark Henry Florist with a deep plum ribbon for the bridesmaids' dresses. And you got some fans out there. That's it, work it. Here are two beautiful gowns from College Formals. Sophisticated and elegant, the ivory satin, chiffon, with the black ribbon tie, simple straps, perfect for an evening wedding. A beautiful coordination of the two chiffon shades, black and white, with a beautiful bustle, coordinating colors that will move with you as you go down the aisle on that special day. And here comes again. Oh, look at that. Congratulations, you won $50 off your wedding flowers from Mark Henry Florist.
You know what? I'm going to share with you the top 10 things that I think you should consider when planning your wedding. I've been a JP for 12 years and I've pretty much seen it all. Anyway, here's my top 10 things that I think you should consider. Number 10, what is your budget? Who is paying for what? There are all kinds of traditions and many kind of etiquette sources, and that's perhaps an important discussion to have. More complicated than I want to get into right here. However, the average cost of a wedding in 2014 is about $26,000. My advice is to do something that makes sense to you. Heck, you can get married for about $3,000 in the backyard, catered, a tent, DJ, and still have money left over for a brand new car. So says the car dealer. Guilty. Number 9, where geographically? Where in the world do you want to get married? What town did you grow up in? Or do you want to do a destination wedding, or perhaps the hometown area of your bride? Probably her parents are going to be paying for it, so if there are any guys watching this show, you better go with the flow on this one. Number 8, how many people do you want? The more is not necessarily the merrier. Definitely more complicated, and it will narrow down your choice of venues. And at $75 to $125 a plate, it can get very expensive very fast. Number 7, the type of officiant. Minister, priest, rabbi, justice of the peace, family member, or friend can perform the ceremony. You can actually get a one-day license. However, I've heard it's very complicated in the state of Connecticut. I actually tried to do it in Massachusetts and ended up calling a Justice of the Peace buddy of mine from Springfield. Whoever it is, make sure you are comfortable with him or her. That is the person performing your wedding. Kind of like in any other relationship, it's best if there's good chemistry between you and your officiant. Number 6, what type of venue do you want? Inside, outside, fancy or fun? By the water at a golf course, perhaps a boat, the Lady Catherine on the Connecticut River, the Riverview, the River House, the Simsbury Inn, Merlot on the water, the Society Room, the Bond Room, the Old State House. There are so many venues to pick from. Whatever is comfortable for you and your budget. Number 5, what is your wedding going to say? Perhaps have a theme. Do you both like fishing, baseball, travel? A theme kind of makes it fun. That's up to you. Number 4, attire. Dresses and suits. How dressed up is this affair? That's somewhat dictated by the venue. Number 3, time of year. What season? July and August. If you do July and August, your guests are likely to prefer a venue with good air conditioning. Fall weddings are usually comfortable and great pictures. May and June are also very popular months. Number 2, the thing you're going to need, a marriage license. A marriage license in the state of Connecticut is good for 65 days. The actual marriage license costs $30 and a certified copy is $20. The license must be obtained from the town of occurrence. Please contact the town clerk for any additional specifics about obtaining a marriage license. And now we're down to the number one thing of importance, music. So many of my couples, I'd say about 10%, ignore this part. They just forget to plan this, or they get their friend Bob with an iPad. Be careful. That usually doesn't work out very well. A good experienced DJ is well worth it. Now back to the wedding show, and let me set up this next scene. At many of the wedding shows, there are a good number of door prizes and a chance to win stuff. A new wedding show favorite is called the Bouquet Toss Through the Sunroof. At the Connecticut Bridal Show, a very beautiful bride with a really good arm almost won a brand new Dodge Dart. And as you're about to see, she misses winning the car by about 6 inches.
Taking a shot at the Dodge Dart. Mark, bring her to the back, please. We have some stuff we're going to fill out. Your name? Elise. Guys, don't be sad. We want her to win the car. All she has to do, she's getting the official rules in the back right now, signing off the official affidavit of all the information that she's been instructed on the rules. You're ready. Stephen Mitchell's going to hand you the official issued bouquet. And am I allowed to give her some advice?
Yeah, she never practiced.
She has never practiced. Have you ever practiced? No!
Okay.
Okay, here's my advice to you. Throw it hard. That's the only advice I can give to you. Band fever, drum roll, please. Hold on, stand by. I got something ready. Elise, step forward. Do not step over that silver line.
That's it.
We're good. So if you think that you're going to fall forward, backward with momentum, give yourself a couple extra inches for your own insurance purposes.
Yep.
I'm going to get out of the way. Mark's going to get out of the way.
Throw it hard. Throw it hard. Throw it hard. Okay. Go ahead. Oh my God. Oh my God! Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Miss Elise. Great job. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Stephen Mitchell from the Mitchell Auto Group putting together this great promotion. Thank you, every one of these vendors that are here today under the roof of the Connecticut Convention Center. Fever, give me something to write this out.
What are you trying? Oh my God, did you see that? That was so cool. We've got to see that in slow motion. Okay, go ahead. Oh my God. Oh my God! Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Miss Elise.
Oh, you need a giant net.
Well, it's a video camera.
Oh, it's a video camera.
You gotta do something.
I'm like an idiot.
I'm like, that's the biggest camera on the planet. I was like, Jesus, Men's Warehouse.
Men's Warehouse,
You
yeah.
like the way you look.
All right.
Name, number, email, whatever.
Visit them online at CorinneWeddings.com. Of course, stop at their booth, located here today behind the Rent a DJ booth, which is to the back left corner of the fashion show stage area. Not only for the bridal salons at Corinne Weddings, your fashion supplier, they are also a wedding planning center, which means they can help you with your flowers, your invitations, and also during our presentation, take note of the stage decorations provided by Amazing Balloon Decor and more. new, exclusive from Corinne, is the use of pockets. Something you designs at Corinne Weddings. Thanks, Bob. Ladies and gentlemen, quick attention. Where's my winner of the certificate from Jafra? Raise your hand if you remember if you won your certificate from Jafra. Thank you.
Someday you wish upon a star, wake up where the clouds are far behind. Be where trouble melts like lemon drops, high above the chimney top. That's where you find me, oh, somewhere.
Gentlemen, immediately following our first bridal show, which is right now on stage with the Bridal Salon at Corinne Weddings, will be the dancing demonstration and music sensation of the Arthur Murray School of Dance with music accompaniment by Shaded Soul Band.
In the next segment, yes, even the Justice of the Peace gets married. This is actual footage from my backyard wedding on January 1st last year. Justice of the Peace, Carla Marciano, is the officiant. And thank you for watching.
Yeah,
I know.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a really great idea.
We are gathered here today to witness the beginning of what will be. Created this wonderful life. They will continue to create a wonderful life. And we are all here to celebrate with them this wonderful life. I want to tell you about the love story of Stephen and Susan. You ready for this? I'm going to try to speed it up, okay? Most of you know Stephen was one of my dearest friends, and he was going through life, searching, trying to find that space that filled his heart with just the right person. And as his dear friend, several times I told him he had the wrong person for the wrong reasons. He didn't often listen. One night I was at the teen center, we're doing a junior high dance, and this beautiful angel walked in. And not only was she beautiful on the outside, but she smiled, and her smile lit up the entire room. And I thought, where's Stephen? This is the person I want him to date. But he was nowhere to be found. She went and got her son, and I kind of stalked her a little bit, watched the interaction with the son. That too was equally beautiful. So I was more convinced than ever that I had found Mrs. Right for Stephen. However, I did not know at the time, Mrs. Right was married, and Stephen made some wrong choices. And then, years and years later, Stephen came to me and told me that he had seen the most beautiful woman in the world, someone he had seen in high school, and as a tall, thin, geeky boy, he was too afraid to ask her out, so he just kind of hung out with her and her friends. And he said he met her at a reunion, and he wanted me to meet her. And I told him no, I had already met Mrs. Right, and he needed to meet Mrs. Right. So he agreed that if I met this woman from high school, and I liked her, I'd let it go. And much to my surprise, the woman in high school that he met was Susan, my Mrs. Right for Stephen. So that's their love story. The rest is history. And now that both of you know why you're here, and my nose is starting to freeze a little bit, I'll ask you to take your vows. Stephen, could you repeat after me? I take you, Susan.
I take you, Susan,
My lawful wedded wife.
to be my lawful wedded wife.
I vow to love you and care for you.
I vow to love you and care for you
As long as we both shall live.
As long as we both shall live.
I take you with all of your faults.
I take you with all of your faults and horses. Strengths.
As I offer myself to you.
As I offer myself to you.
With all of my faults and strengths.
With all of my faults, and there are many, and strengths.
I will help you when you need help.
I will help you when you need help.
And I will turn to you when I need help.
And I will turn to you when I need help.
I choose you to be the person to spend the rest of my life with.
I choose you to be the person to spend the rest of my life with.
He's laughing.
It's because of the horse. He's laughing. The horse is doing bad things on this side.
You're not marrying her, I am.
There is competition here, people. Susan, on her finger. Susan, I give you this ring.
Susan, I give you this ring
As a symbol of our vows.
as a symbol of our vows. And with all that I am and all that I have, I will honor you.
Oh, there he is.
No kissing yet? No kissing yet?
You're ruining the fun.
Kissing yet still.
They say I have big knuckles.
Sideways.
There we
There you
go.
go. There we go. It's on, people. It's on. As JPs, Stephen and I have done so many weddings, I promised him that I would do something new and special, something he hasn't said before or heard before. So I will not say these rings are a symbol of the unbroken circle of love. And I will not say love giving freely has no beginning, no end, no giver, no receiver. For each is the giver, and each is the receiver. I will simply say, may these rings always remind you of the vows you have taken today. You are now husband and wife, but I have to legally say this because Mary Glassman's here. It's legal.
That's watching. Make sure
Okay.
it's legal.
Ready? And it's on video. By the power vested in me by the state of Connecticut, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss your beautiful bride. Okay, everybody could run to the house, get some more
Yes, please, go warm up, and we're going to stay out here and get some pictures.
And there's right. Thank you.
Where's your wedding going to be?
In Southington, at Hawks Landing.
Perfect. I know it. It's 20 minutes from where I am.
Okay.
When's your wedding going to be?
September 26, 2015.
Okay. What I will do is I will send you a worksheet on how to get your marriage license. I'll send you some sample ceremonies. I'll send you a little bit of information about myself. I'm a justice of the peace. You don't have to have any religion at all.
Right.
However, some people say we're kind of religious. I go, if you want to have a reading from the Bible or if you want to have something in there, that's fine with me also. Do me a favor, you said this is going to be 2015?
Yes.
What time of the year, do you know?
September.
On this day of your marriage, you stand somewhat apart from all of human beings. You stand within the charmed circle of your love, and this is as it should be. But love is not meant to be the possession of two people alone. Rather, it would serve as a source of common energy, as a form in which you find the strength to live your lives with courage. From this day onward, you must come closer together than ever before. You must love one another in sickness and in health, for better or for worse, but at the same time, your love should give you the strength to stand apart, to seek out your unique destinies, to make your special contribution to the world, which is always part of us and more than us. Do you, Edgar, take this woman, Nikki, to be your lawful wedded wife, to love, honor, and cherish her through sickness and in health, through times of happiness and travail, until death do you part?
Yeah.
Perfect. Take her ring, place it on her finger, and repeat after me. That's what we did inside. With this ring,
With this ring,
I thee wed,
I thee wed,
and forever pledge my devotion.
and forever pledge my devotion.
Perfect. Do you, Nikki, take this man, Edgar, to be your lawful wedded husband, to love, honor, and cherish him through sickness and in health, through periods of tranquility and travail, until death do you part?
I do.
Okay. Place the ring upon his finger and repeat after me. With this ring, I thee wed, and forever pledge my devotion. Okay. Good. Now, it's a warm day, and I'm thinking beach, sand. I'm thinking like we should do the sand ceremony now. We should have a little fun, okay? Are we ready for this? Okay. You join your separate lives together. The two separate bottles of sand symbolize your separate lives together, separate families, separate sets of friends. They represent all that you are and all that you'll be as an individual. They also represent your lives before today. As these two containers of sand are poured into the third container, you can start pouring. The individual containers of sand will no longer exist, but will be joined together as one. As these grains of sand can never be separated and poured again until the individual containers, so will your marriage be. This is the fun part. It was kind of like a 4th grade kind of art project kind of thing. Okay. Now go back, you go back, and then you do a little bit more. There we go, then you do a little. There we go. Okay, keep going, keep going. Then stop, and then you do some. And then you do some. You can do that. Okay. I just want you to know, you were the purple, right? Mm-hmm. You notice who had the last word on that one, right? Okay? Okay. You got that? Okay, okay.
Funding for Simsbury Community Television is provided in part by contributions from viewers like you. Thank you.